Okay, last couple questions. Herbert says, "Hey guys, is it a good idea to build contextual Web 2.0 links to an established money site with many links already using URL and generic terms as the anchors, no keywords, or would this damage my money site? I only wish to run a small campaign to dilute anchor text." For diluting anchor text, I prefer using press releases. I don't like to do any sort of Web 2.0 link building other than through my syndication network to money site. Web 2.0 links are great for tiered link building to your tier one entity assets, but not directly to the money site, which is why we set up the SEO shield, because all the link building that we suggest is to your actual SEO shield, because that filters or shields, hence the name, shields your money site from any potential Google slapping, so to speak. So that's why we do that. Like, I don't recommend it. I can't suggest to you to do Web 2.0 link building to your money site, because that's not what we do. That's not what we preach, and it's certainly not what we practice. You want to comment on that, Marco?
Never build links to your money site. Let that happen naturally.
Yeah, that's the only time I do it now is, well, through tier one entity assets. I will build links to a money site, or through press releases. And even then, I'm not, for the most part, I'm using press releases for naked URLs or branded anchors for the most part. Very rarely will I do any sort of anchor text links to the money site with a press release.
Yeah, but we claim T1 as part of the entity.
Right, correct.
What I mean is, don't grab those Web 2.0 contextuals and throw them at the money site. Throw them at the T1 branded.
That's right. I agree with that 100%. That's what that's for, guys, because it protects your money site. All right, I'm going to answer Dan's 2 questions here, and then we're going to wrap it up, guys. Sorry, guys, we can't get to all of them today. Dan says, "Hey, guys, my GMB site is ranking in the map pack, but the money site is back at number 7. What do you suggest to switch that up?" Thank you. Yeah, it's funny because I've been focusing for the last several months on just GMB stuff, and I could give a shit less about organic rankings. However, in the last probably 5 or 6 weeks now, I've started focusing on that as well. And part of it is because I'm using, and we've talked about this before, but conversion AI paired with Surfer SEO, and it makes drafting well-optimized content. I know that Marco even takes it one step further in the Heavy Hitter Club. I have not gone that far yet. From what I'm doing, I've been focusing on just ranking GMBs, but now I'm also pushing on trying to get organic rankings to catch up with the GMB rankings, so that I get the best of both worlds. And so what I've been doing and I've been doing this myself. I've not trained anybody to do this yet, but I've been writing and optimizing content with conversion AI using Jarvis, right? Which really just helps me to, the conversion AI doesn't actually write all the content. It just sparks ideas for me or changes tonality of the content so that I can draft it. And then I tune it with Surfer SEO, which integrates with conversion AI. And I've had significant jumps in organic. For example, I've got GMBs ranking in a 3-pack, but the corresponding location landing page might be on page 3, page 4. No shit. And I didn't care because we're getting leads. That's all that matters. That's what I sell leads. So I don't care where the leads come from as long as I'm getting leads. However, like I said, I was just talking about this with my partners yesterday. I got, doing conversion AI and Surfer SEO and just doing on-page stuff. And I'm optimizing the on-page for the GMB website itself, and also the location landing page if it has an associated, self-hosted landing page or website for that GMB. So I'm optimizing those 2 pages with using conversion AI to help me draft the content, and then I tune it with Surfer SEO. And I've seen like I just talked about, like on page 3, for example, the landing page associated with the GMB that's in the 3-pack, but the landing page is on page 3. Optimize the content, and within 7 days, 10 days, it jumps to page 1. I mean, moves up 25, 30 spots. No shit. It's crazy. And that's with like little to no backlinks other than what we've built through our tier 1 branded entity assets. So that's what I would suggest. That's what I was getting at with all of that was optimize your on-page content, both in the GMB website and on the location landing page. Tune the content, use some of the tools. Surfer SEO is not the only tool out there that does it. It just happens to integrate with conversion AI, which is why I like it. But again, optimize your on-page, and I'm seeing significant organic jumps just from doing that, especially if it's got a GMB website associated with the GMB that's already ranking. Optimize the content on the GMB website also, and then the landing pages that is associated with that GMB, And those two combined, you usually see a pretty significant jump in organic rankings. At least I have. Any comments on that, Marco?
Yeah, just to correct it a little bit, I am not teaching how to do content Jordan's way in the Heavy Hitter Club. That stays in POFU, that died in POFU. The people who were there got it, and the people who weren't there did not get it and will not get it. He might come again to POFU Live, next POFU Live, and do a redubbed version of his content writing system and how the VA that we train does it. He might. I can't guarantee it. I have to talk to him. But if he does, I can guarantee you it's not getting out of POFU Live 2021, just like it didn't get out of 2020. That's one. Two, as far as your business site ranking, sometimes that initially that pushes a lot of power. Use the right link in the GMB to link to your money site, and then do your schema correctly. The way that Rob teaches in his schema course to create all of the relationships, how your money site relates to the GMB, which one the parent organization is, and that takes care of a lot of your problems, where your money site will start to come up and the GMB will start to go down. But I mean, why do you care? The GMB is also a money site. The GMB is also a converting place. It's part of your brand. Why does it matter that the money site is at 7 and that the GMB site is ranking, or the one is ranking better than the other? They're both related. They should both convert. So to me, that's not an issue. It's an issue that takes care of itself over time, or that you can take care of with the right schematic relationships.
Perfect. Our last one, I just want to cover this and we'll wrap it up. Dan says, another quick question. A client site was spammed with dozens of URLs. However, I can't find them in the dashboard to delete. Any ideas? Not sure what you mean when you say dashboard, unless you're talking about Search Console. If you have link building, link analysis tools like Majestic, which I just subscribed to Majestic again after not having a subscription for years. But anyway, if you have something like Majestic or Ahrefs or something like that, where you can get a list of, but typically you can export the links from Search Console that are linking to the site. But if not, if for whatever reason they're not showing in Search Console, which I don't know why they wouldn't be, but if they're not, then if you have the list of links that you know are pointing to the site, and from like Ahrefs or from Majestic or whatever, SEMrush, whatever, then you could always do a disavow file. I know some people don't like doing that or say never do that, blah, blah, blah. But I've had client sites that were spammed that I submitted disavow files for and actually seen, significant improvements. So again, you have to determine whether it's something you want to do or not. But, I think there is something to be said for disavow files, because I've actually had good experiences with it. So that if that answers your question, I'm not sure that was exactly what your question was. I'm not sure what you mean by dashboard. I can only assume that you mean Search Console. But typically, if the link is present and Google is aware of it, it will show in Search Console. You just have to do an export links list, and you'll get a CSV file with all of the links in it. And then you can always go back and select the ones that are spam links that or harmful links, and then submit them as a to the disavow tool. So that's my take on it.
Those of you wanting the how, those of you needing more, heavyhitter.club. That's where we get into the technical side of things. That's the only place where I share and go deep into how it's all put together, how it's all done.
That's it.